Hi, I'm Niklas, CEO of Radyant, and I have a special guest today. It's Sebastian from Planeco Building. He's one of the co-founders. Sebastian, can you give us a quick introduction what Planeco is doing?
Yes. Planeco Building is a one-stop shop for building and repurposing permits in Germany. And what we do for our clients is basically we help them to obtain their building and rebuilding permits faster and cheaper than on the regular way.
Awesome. We have the big honor to support you guys for a couple of months now already in the SEO, AI search, organic growth space. And I just have a couple of questions because I think it's cool to show people a little bit about how we work together and what are some of the results we achieved. So maybe let's start real casual. Why did you decide to start working with Radyant in the first place?
So our thought process was basically in the beginning that we wanted, or the challenge was basically we wanted to scale our SEO growth, especially the leads. And we did that in the beginning in-house. Then I came across a couple of LinkedIn posts of you, Niklas, which I read, and I followed you a little bit on what you were talking on the internet about SEO and about growth. And then I thought, okay, maybe it's good to talk to that guy. And after our first call, quite quickly knew like, okay, let's give this a try. The guy sounds really genuine and really professional. And then after our call, you sent us the offer, and we kicked it off straight away.
Awesome. I think you saw this NPAL breakdown, right? Where we analyzed the search strategy of NPAL that you found interesting.
To be honest, I remember that one, but I also saw a couple of other posts, and I was thinking about the content you were posting and how we could use it as well for our SEO process, and that basically convinced me to do the reach out.
Awesome. I think it's also a good side insight here for everybody. Just put out high value content online in the platforms where your target group spends time. So you spend time on LinkedIn, I put out content there, and this is how we met, and everything else is history, so to say. um, so you said that you handle it in-house before, and can you give us and also viewers and listeners a quick idea about your biggest challenges in the field before we started working together?
Yeah. So one of our biggest challenges in SEO was basically to produce quality content at scale with our limited amount of time. One of my co-founders, Yvonne, she did basically the articles and the stuff we post on our website, and we recognize we cannot scale our SEO efforts in-house as fast as we would like to if it relies purely on one of our co-founders. And then you start thinking whether you work with freelancers or you work with agencies and so on. And we really knew that we need a really good agency which we can trust, which has some firepower, which has some expertise in the field, especially if you consider the shift in SEO, which is happening nowadays. We thought we need someone who is really at the forefront of what is happening. And after our talks, we were quite convinced that Radyant is the right partner can help us produce the articles at scale and also help us in improving the conversion rates of our organic content, which you guys did. And by that conviction, we basically decided on working with you guys together.
Awesome. Can you, because I think this is a really critical part also in our collaboration, the quality of the content. Can you quickly give viewers an idea why the quality is so important, especially in your field, so in the field where Planeco operates?
Yeah, I mean, if we talk about quality, there are multiple dimensions, so to speak. If it's purely from an SEO perspective, for us, quality is also that we basically reach the top 3 positions with the things we are doing. But in our field, that's not enough. So if we talk about quality, it's also that the content is legally sound, and because we have our product is quite complex, and you need for that a very special know-how, which also normal content writers don't have. And for that, we basically, you guys designed a process with us together on which consists of interviews, and then turning those interviews with the experts into content that we basically bring this legal content, and also not just pure the legal basis, but also how the legal stuff is translated into practice. We bring that online, which probably hasn't been done on that scale before.
I think it's such an important part of our collaboration, this expert-led process where we got insights also from you, from Yvonne, from other people working in the company. Maybe for people that hear of that process for the first time, hey, they're doing interviews, sounds interesting, but probably this takes a lot of time. How would you describe it from the perspective of the person that is interviewed? So do you feel like it takes a lot of time in your day, or do you feel like it's relatively efficient and smooth?
To be honest, I think it really decreased the effort on our side a lot, this kind of process, because we basically do an expert brain dump, so to speak, and then it's formed into a shape where it's publishable and where it's also good for to rank on Google, and also to be visible in all the AI tools. And it decreased our time probably by 10x or something, because before that you don't just have to do the brain dump of the expert, but you also have to do way more research. You have to put it in shape and so on, which took way more time. And now we can leverage our expertise better.
Awesome. Let's talk a little bit about results. What specific results have you seen in terms of growth?
So in comparison to what it was before, we basically grew our leads by almost by 5x, and they're still growing. So that is quite solid. And also on the other hand, not just the number of leads, yeah, because the environment right now is very different. I mean, clicks are going down, but our leads are still growing, which is good. And on the other hand, also how we signal expertise with the lead magnets, which you guys built together with us, it also convinces a lot of clients that we are the right partner for their project, because they already get a lot of value for free before they decide on working together with us. And in that way, you get super qualified leads, which are in the end also good for your sales numbers.
Awesome. You dropped a keyword here, which is lead magnet. We talked about content and SEO, and I think a lot of people would not consider a lead magnet something in the scope of content and SEO work. But obviously, we have also focused on that. Give me a little bit about your perspective of how important you feel like these lead magnets are also for the growth that we have achieved.
Yeah, I think without the lead magnets, the growth wouldn't be as strong, because usually as I see it, the content pieces, they get you basically clients to interact with your website, but the lead magnets help you basically turn those visitors into conversions, and therefore I think they are at least like to 50% responsible for at least 50% of the success, to turn the visitors into clients. And not just that, but also on a operations level, the lead magnets are quite useful for us, because sometimes clients have like very specific questions, and if you can basically then just send them those lead magnets to read it up themselves, your sales people save time, and it also shows the clients that you're not just any other service provider.
And do you feel like collaborating with us has changed your view on what SEO is or what SEO can be?
Yeah, I would say we had some picture of what SEO is, but I would say you expanded upon our picture we had from SEO, because SEO was already in the beginning also quite important for us, or at least for a vision of how our company should grow and how it should evolve. But of course, we did it without lead magnets, because that would have been way too much resource draining for ourselves to do that. And for that, you expounded our view quite a bit, because you also, and I think this is even more special than the traditional lead magnets, you build together with us some mini tools for the website, which add value on the client side, but which also help us basically gain a better understanding of the client who used those, basically, because then you have all the data which they provided, and then you can consult them way better.
And what would you tell someone who's considering working with Radyant?
I would say start. What should I say? I would say it takes way less time than you think, and the results come way faster than what other SEO agencies would tell you. Let's say it like that, yeah.
Okay, cool. I think the collaboration between Planeco Building and Radyant is a great example of how the different pieces of the puzzle work together. Because without you guys and your expertise and your commitment to sharing this expertise with us, and also then trusting us on, for example, designing this process, it wouldn't be possible to drive these results for you. So thank you so much for sharing a little bit about your perspective. I'm very much looking forward to everything that's yet to come. And everybody that is considering maybe building a house, changing the house, renting out the house via Airbnb or whatever, so Planeco can handle various use cases, or maybe even a B2B startups that have to expand a lot and then change spaces to other use cases. You should definitely reach out to Planeco and check if they can help you.
Thanks
Thank
a
you so
lot.
much, Sebastian, for taking the time today.
See you next time.
See you.